I just wanted to say as well, when we gaze upon an exquisite piece of art or listen to beautiful music, I really feel that an opportunity arises to connect with the original artist, often in the most profound way, because you're potentially firing the same neurons that the artist did when they created it. We make new neural pathways and stimulate a state of inspiration. And as we mirror the original artist's emotions, we immediately experience something called empathetic resonance, which actually connects us to the artist. The artist could be deceased and it would still connect us to the artist. So in that sense, we never really die. We then feel what the artist felt when they created that piece. Not only do we feel a deep connectedness when we view that piece or we listen to some music, but also we experience an elevated state of consciousness. So this sense of being drawn into a painting or drawn into a piece of music is sometimes referred to as embodied cognition, which is the mind and the body connected. We can experience empathetic resonance in visual, kinesthetic or auditory acuities. Listening to music will often trigger a visual acuity as well, or a kinesthetic feeling or a kinesthetic acuity. So the listening part of us will then trigger something visual or something feeling. So for me, this really cements the theory that we are all very much connected and we are all one consciousness. So I really feel that art proves that we're all connected.
Back to question one. Jesus didn't cut the grass. He just got all melodramatic and moderific and sat in it. And don't tell anybody now, but I'm making this whole thing up as I go along. And it feels good. It's unleavened profundity loaf bread, I'm no leader. I just can't see myself following you. And that's not in a heavy way, you. To phrase a dying wish, quasi question threely. Not you personally, but you personally. I just brought some of the words I write the way I write them. So watch me do the funky butterfly and smile my lost ass found. Perfect. Here's to lightening up the uncola, the special magic treat. So, yours truly will.
I walk the earth quietly by day and carrying it with no strings attached to my magic marionette. See, there's so little time left, and yet there's so much space. Thinking, why don't you give me a call later on so we can touch base? I swim across the 7 seas and follow the sound of hand claps and just try to keep my balls out of the sand trap. Cause before I go on live, all my enemies try to contrive plots to make my whole entire routine take a swan dive. But this ain't commercialized hip-hop or indie pop. Nah, this ain't the mashed potato. This ain't the indie hop that dance that goes with this. Is called to keep perfectly still before your brain becomes burned out like cheap circuitry will. Lately I've been spending almost all my nights with my hands full between writing my rhymes and my fights with the man wolf. I'm building a better mousetrap and plus a wider fence, cause I trust my instincts and I follow my spider sense.
And what would we say of time? The time of our lives, and the time of our observations. Khalil Gibran might say, you would measure time, the measureless and the immeasurable. You would adjust your conduct and even direct the course of your spirit according to the hours and seasons. Of time you would make a stream upon whose bank you would sit and watch it flowing. Yet the timeless in you is aware of life's timelessness, and knowing that yesterday is but today's memory and tomorrow is today's dream. And that which sings and contemplates in you is still dwelling within the bounds of the first moment which scattered the stars into space. Who among you does not feel that his power to love is boundless? And yet who does not feel that very love, though boundless, encompassed within the center of his being, and moving not from love thought to love thought, nor love deed to other love deed? And is not time even as love is, undivided and spaceless? But if in your thought you must measure time into seasons, let each of us a season encircle all the other seasons, and let today's embrace the past with the remembrance and the future with longing. And what would we say of labor? What would we say of the Earth Mother's labor for us? Perhaps we could decree it as the creation of life. This is an excerpt from Alicia Joquain. The watermelon pulsates, being pumped full of life-giving juices, through its umbilical cord, connecting to the placenta of rich soil. The mother nurtures it tenderly, rocking it with care in her arms, comforting it when it cries, droplets of morning dew. The mother incubates her child with beams of her warm love and sprinkles it with a mist of refreshing rain, waiting patiently for it to ripen. The mother veils her child in lush green vines and thick velvety leaves to keep it safe. She soothes the hungry away from her child, blowing the burrowing insects off the fruit with a gentle breeze. At last it's ripe and ready to be birthed, and the leaves are parted, and the smooth round watermelon, free of any imperfection, is raised by two strong hands, fingers spread. The mother screams in pain when the cord, through which the child was nurtured, is severed. The mother's child is lifted into the sunlight. The mother breathes a sigh of relief when the pain is past and a smile at the fruit of her labor. She looks away as her child is ceremoniously baptized in the water of the sink to cleanse any of the contamination. It's then cut into slices, the knife squeaking into the thick rind. But she looks back when a slice is handed to a small child. He grins at his mother, who has provided him with food, and the bright red juice dribbles down his pudgy chin, and he smiles, pushing forward a playful black seed through the hole made from the missing tooth, and the mother smiles back.